All right, we're here, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone, welcome, welcome. Anyway, what we're going to do today is, as the title suggests, we're going to look at the past 2 game jams that we've done, the 2-hour game jams. We're going to do a little bit of post-mortem and some enhancements. So, it's hard not to talk in that announcer voice. Sometimes it's just too much fun. I have with me my cohort and super great person, Coatline, who also participated in both jams. He used Unity, and I'm going to have him explain some of his stuff momentarily. But first, what we'll do is I'll go through and I'll explain kind of some of the enhancements that I've made to the first game jam game, which, if you haven't caught that stream, that is on my channel. That would be the first game jam with the theme lockpicking. So I have here Lockpicker. I'll run it, and if anyone have seen that stream, you remember what state I left it in. I went and added some decor to the pen, as you can see there. Give me just a moment. I'm going to turn the sound down just a bit. Actually, the music, I'm a little worried that it's going to overpower me here. Let me know if it's too loud. So added a little decor, and I made the rings, the edges of the rings are rounded a little more, and they move and whatnot, and I've got a nice kind of gradient on that just for fun. And then also the pen is now completely controlled by the mouse, so you can grab it like that and then you can hit escape to let go of it. So and then it always moves back to the point of the pen. And then you can insert it into the hole in the ring, and then it will stop that part. And if you remove it, the ring will continue to rotate. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but I just think it's pretty interesting, an interesting thought. And I no longer have the locking of all of the rings at once or anything like that. I still do have the ability to twist the rings that you don't have locked. I don't know. Again, I don't know what this is, if it's going to even become anything, but it's kind of fun to see. It almost feels like, if anybody remembers the old Operation game, it kind of feels like that. So maybe utilizing this with some kind of timer to see how fast you can do that, or additional number of rings, which, by the way, I did add another ring, so winner! So that's pretty much all I've done to it. And then, of course, you can restart it. But, yeah. And then, of course, it does, if you go too fast, it can glitch. But that's the nature of what we're doing. And, of course, So, anyway, that's it. Let's see. How about I let my friend over here, Coatline, show you what he did for the lockpick jam. And I'll just hand it over to him, Mr. Coatline.
Okay, so when I heard the theme lockpicking, I thought of a pick going through the lock, get to the keyhole. So I added some variation by making spawn points. They're all located in here. And I'll enable gizmos again. And as you can see, each of these spawn points has something to spawn. They have a chance right here what they would if they would spawn it, and basically it. So see here, it's actually pretty hard. And what's also cool is the pick actually rotates and spins.
What I like is the fact that that you've got, basically it's a physics object you've got on the thing, right? And so whenever he hits certain things, he's just applying a force to it, I'm guessing. Is that right? And so he can kind of make him flip.
I'm just using gravity.
You're using gravity. But he basically didn't turn off the rotation. for the rigid body, and so he can make it flip and stuff. And so it's really fun to. it's fun to do. Can you beat it? That's the question.
I will.
It took me some time to beat it. Did you tell him about the the little procedural generation that you?
Yeah, the spawn points.
Yeah, the spawn points. Okay. Yeah. Well, you kind of could see those in the. Ooh boy, that was tough. You could kind of see those in the whenever you showed it before you push play, right? See, that was a nice little flip right there.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that worked. If you can get.
Oh, I want to beat it.
I bet you do.
All right.
That's an easy level right there.
Yeah, sometimes they're easy.
That was nice. This is hard right here. No, you did it. You did it.
Wait a second.
I see what you're doing. Oh, look at that flip.
Oh.
You did it. No, you didn't do it.
Okay, this.
Oh boy. Those platforms can save you or kill you. Oh. Surely you can get this one. Come on.
Alright, just clear this. Basically.
You're just gonna have to. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Don't. No, you don't.
Oh, I didn't jump early enough. I want to get to the end.
That animation you made with the mechanism, right?
The what?
Mechanism. You made it with just a plain old animator, but you actually had to use mechanism. That's the state animation state. Last chance.
I believe.
You believe you can do it? Oh, that's.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I would go. Yeah, you're kind of. No, you're gonna have to go back. Oh, look at that. See, that's what I like.
Oh, I got it. I got it.
It's all you. Jink, and he unlocks a lock from the inside. Nicely done. So, what would you change, or what are you gonna? I mean, gonna do anything with that? Are you gonna add anything to it? What?
I mean, not much. Maybe make the collision a little bit better because.
Oh yeah, that was the one thing. You kind of have a small scale on that,
Yeah.
so the physics in Unity is kind of having some issues. We did talk about that.
And then make like you see how this platform is overlapping.
Into the lock.
Yeah.
Something else might be nice would be to have different levels and have it get harder.
Yeah.
So basically, you have different scenes. You have the different spawn point places, and you can make them more difficult.
Yeah.
Maybe have some moving obstacles like that. Pretty neat.
Thanks.
Pretty cool. Okay, so that was the lockpicking game jam that we just did. So now the one we did yesterday, which was infinite scrolling. Infinite scrolling, this is what I had, which was this cool little knight that came up. Which, by the way, I didn't draw it. I got some resources from Itch.io, and if you get too far up here, then you just die. So some of the things I wanted to change or enhance would be to, and which I probably will be doing during this stream, which is to make these the grass tiles smaller, which I did mention in that stream, and additionally probably to do something more than just having these random large chunky blocks moving around. So that's probably what I want to work on. And then also, if you notice here, here's the control node, which has all the UI stuff. And I believe it needs to go, in order for all of the block stuff to go behind it, it needs to be at the end of the game. So I think what I want to do is also add another node and have all of my spawning stuff go inside of that node. But it was a fun one. You know, I think I accomplished a lot less than I wanted to. You know, it's pretty easy to stay alive basically forever. But we have a lot of good, what would you say? A lot of good graphical coolness to this one, well, with the knight basically. And then I'll also have some gold coins that I want to add into the thing. And you can see that the how the blocks kind of are a little bit odd. They kind of what would you call that, jitter a little bit. So I want to fix that too. So with that, let's head back over to Mr. Line, the coat. I want to see what he did for this jam. I think it's pretty cool what he did. So we'll look at him.
So when I thought of infinite scroller, I thought of doodle jump. You know, bounce on the platforms, get as far as you can. So I made basically that, just, you know, not as polished. So I made ball. I primarily tried to use the bounciness, but I couldn't get it to bounce the same height every time. I just went ahead and reformed to adding a force every time I hit the platform. And had some extra time, so I added some polish, such as the animation whenever he bounces and whenever you score. So basically, that's a little bit buggy, as you can see. But the way I'm not making new platforms, I'm just reusing them.
So when it goes to the bottom of the camera, is that?
So I have this spawner.
Hey, do this.
Object.
Turn off the maximize on play, and then click, and then you can see what's going on.
So whenever the
platforms.
It has a box collider 2D attached, and it's set to trigger. So in the script, I have if it collides with one of these, it just teleports it up
Somewhere in a random place?
It keeps... Oh, whoops.
How did you manage that?
I don't know how...
Oh, wait, so it can... Oh, that's right, you can wrap, too.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I haven't got to play it. Does this work?
Yeah, it's a little... Yeah, that's a bug.
Here, is this... Let me try it. Yeah. Continue. Talk.
Okay, and whenever they get teleported above... when they get teleported up here, they keep their spacing, so they're not just,
That's
you
nice.
know. And also,
so you're just changing their X position?
Yeah, I'm randomizing their X.
Well, that's a good idea because, I mean, at least for the game jam. Hold on, let me change that music. No talking. For the game jam, because I guess you would really have to make sure that the player can actually, it has a path, you know, to continue. So the way you did it, you made sure that those platforms were actually reachable by the player, and you pretty much can always reach them. So that's pretty cool. And I also like how you did the whenever you hit a platform and you increase the score, it makes that little, you know, it scales it up. Yeah, it kind of bounces just like the ball does.
That was really easy.
I like the ball, by the way.
Thanks.
What about the ball? Will it stick to the side of a platform if you like land perfectly?
No, actually.
Did you fix that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you basically show what?
I just added a.
So you added a physics 2D material with a friction of 0. Yeah, you kind of have to do that whenever you're doing these kind of games. Otherwise, you can get some weird behavior. I like this. What are you going to do with it? Anything?
I don't know. I might. I think at the beginning I will randomize the X, because at the very beginning it's always the same. If I die.
Oh, you mean the platforms are always the same?
At the very beginning. Yeah. So I think I'll start off by randomizing their X position.
That makes sense. Well, except for maybe the first one.
Yeah, the first. I would have a serializable tool and say, if you want me to skip changing the X position, then it just won't do it. So I'll check mark it for that.
You mean for the first time?
Yeah,
yeah. So each platform?
So I'll just have it on start method.
Okay.
Well, function.
You're only 12, right? Okay, just wanted to check. Nice. I like that. You know, and that's actually, both of your games I think are actually quite fun to play. It's kind of pleasant to just sit here and bounce on these platforms because of one because of and you've seen that. Have you seen that video where we're talking about juice adding juice to your games. Juice would be like the little animation, the extra animation stuff, like the way that you have the ball kind of squish a little bit, and then the way that you have the score when it goes up, it kind of a squishy feeling. It scales it up.
Yeah.
And then things like camera shake and screen shake, things like that. Particles would be cool. You could put some particles when you bounce.
Would be cool.
But all that stuff just kind of enhances all the way that the game feels, and I think you have some of that in here. And for some reason, it's just fun to just sit there and play. And it's not what I would call super challenging, at least right now.
Yeah.
But I think it's an excellent start, and it's fun to play. So is your other game. Your other game is a lot more challenging than this, though, because it's hard. But that's part of the fun of it, is making the little lockpick flip and do crazy stuff like that. So
I might add where you can rotate it manually.
Oh yeah, where you can actually do flips. That would be cool, because then you could have the spikes in later levels be placed really close, and you'd have to like do precise flips in between the spikes.
Yeah.
I like it. Well done, good man. Well done. Right. Okay. So we're back here. What I think what we're gonna do is I'm going to. Yeah. I think what we're gonna do here, initially, anyway, just for fun, is I'm gonna do some split screen stuff right here. So Coatline over there is gonna work on some stuff. So you're gonna work on one of your jam games. You're gonna work on not that one, which that's neat. You gotta work on one of the jam games. So which one are you gonna work on? Do that one. So where you can control his flip. That's cool. I like that idea. I'm gonna work on adding, like I said, something that I can use to spawn all of my objects, like my all of the stuff that comes in. So when all of this stuff, and if you look in the remote, you can see all that stuff coming in, but again, below the control node. I want to put it in its own node because it's cleaner that way. And maybe what I should do is I should add some more text. Let's see. I should do that. We could say Godot. So hold on just a moment while we I like how one of the things I always do when I think I have to move it down, don't I? Where's my label? Oh, it's right there. Tiny, tiny label. Okay, I'll make it larger. Just so that you can know who is who, what's going on. This is my stuff, or this is me. And actually, let's do this. I should have done this already. I didn't think about it, but we're doing split screen right now. So we're making changes to our jam games. We'll say, and I just thought it would be fun to see for everyone to watch, or whoever wanted to was interested to watch, Unity work versus Godot 3D. So the one on the right would be me, and the one on the left is Mr. Coatline, who is 12. Doing some fun stuff. Let me change that font. I really like the Arial black for that. Okay. I think that's good enough. And I don't know how well you can see. What you might want to do, Coatline, is make your font bigger. So, jack up the font. Yes, that's good, so that they can see what's going on if they really want to. I'll try to do the same here. Make it larger, because really, the code is where it's at, right? Oh, hey, Ahmed Tamer, thanks for the stream. He says, how can I start with C# if I don't know anything about programming? Well, Coatline, how did you start?
I initially on Academy's JavaScript, got into it.
Well, you used P5.js, which was JavaScript stuff too, to start making more graphical stuff.
After I did JavaScript, I moved on to P5.js.
Which is JavaScript, the set of libraries.
Yeah.
And you watch tutorials on Unity, right?
Yeah. And, well, I got started on Unity.
Yeah. So where did you get the tutorials? Where did you watch them?
Yeah. Much.
What about, there was some on Unity website too, right?
Oh yeah.
And then
on Unity Learn.
And then you also got he also got a programming book, Christmas. That was a couple of, what is it? Yeah, last year or something, on C#. So just kind of learning the basics of C#, but you can kind of pick that up. Some of that you can kind of pick up. Apps on Avind Larson says, apps on your phone, what's the way to go nowadays? Yeah. There's actually, I wonder if I mean, you know, I enjoy the tutorials that are on YouTube, and I know you like them too, so that's probably a good way to go. And then any tutorials just on plain old C# on YouTube. Let's see. So I want to add an additional node to D. I'm just going to call it I'm going to call it the spawn container. I'm just going to call it container, actually. I'm going to move it above that node. So I want to spawn all my stuff inside of that. So then the question becomes, so then I would do, I know what I gotta do. I know what I gotta do. Spawn, or no, I just said container, didn't I? Container.add child. So we add the child to that instead of to the root. We'll run it and check it and see what's going on here. I've used Elvin Larson says, I've used Solo Learn on my iPhone. Search it up. It's really good for learning many programming languages, the most popular ones. I've never tried that. Certainly, yeah. There's also, I mean, you know, if you want to go some kind of more formalized way to learn C# or any programming language, certainly there's Udemy, which, you know, the courses on there vary as far as quality and what they teach you. But there's some good ones on YouTube also. I think lynda.com has some, although lynda.com can be somewhat expensive. But at least where I live, the public library here has like a some kind of agreement with Lynda where we can get on for free, basically. Well, for free. We pay a yearly fee to the library. It's a lot less than what Lynda charges, so it's pretty cool. Oh, and I'm trying to think of, there's some other places that have really good C# tutorials, but I will say that Unity, if you go to unity3d.com, if you want to learn Unity in particular, along with C#, they've got some good training over there that's free. You can go to like Unity, you know, I'll show you. So we go to unity3d.com/learn, and then you've got, we can go to Unity Learn, and then you've got all of these different free courses, and they go from like beginner to intermediate and advanced and stuff like that. So there's all sorts of cool stuff here if you wanted to go that route. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, there are indeed many good ones on YouTube. Absolutely. Now let's see, did I get it right? Yep, look at that. That's working. It's exactly what I wanted. All right. So what I want now, so I've got those all spawning in the controller container, or the control container there. What I'm kind of wondering is, I'm gonna stick a block in that container, and move it over, and notice that my UI text is under that. Have you tried Lua? Oh yeah, I've got, Evan Larson says, Recursor, have you tried Lua? Yes, I have. I actually have some tutorial stuff for Love 2D, which is a game, basically a library that's all bound to Lua, and so you can use Lua to create some pretty cool stuff. And then in addition, as far as Lua, you've got Love 2D. You've got Defold, which is pretty cool, and you have Corona Labs, their product. Good stuff, all good stuff, especially with the JITted version of Lua. I mean, it's really fast, really nice stuff. Oh, let's see here. I wonder if, so if I put that Z index at a 1, yeah, I want my UI to be on top of everything. Oh, yeah, Love 2D is probably how I found you. Yeah, that's me. I've done a few of those, quite a few. Let's see. Yeah, I don't want it to show behind the parent. I believe, yeah, I think whoops, no, I don't want that. Oh, Ahmed says, do you recommend going with Godot or Unity for a beginner? Oh, well, Unity has a lot of tutorials and stuff, just a ton of stuff. There's a ton of YouTubers that are completely dedicated to Unity, so I would say that the Unity, the community around Unity stuff and the YouTubers, there's far more of them than there are people that do Godot stuff. Godot's open source, people like that, and it's completely free, of course. Unity is completely free as long as you make, I think it's less than $100,000 a year, but I mean, I'll be honest with you, if I were to make $100,000 a year using Unity, I would be completely happy to give them money for a professional edition. That's what I make most of my games in, is the ones that I, stick on the App Store and stuff, is Unity. I think Godot is really cool, so I've been playing with it, and there's some, maybe there's some games that I wanted to try to stick on the App Store, like see how the process goes with Android and iOS games using Godot for that. But Unity makes it really easy. There's a lot of really nice tools. As far as platform distribution, Unity is the king. Of course, Godot you can publish to Mac, Linux, Windows, iOS, Android, and then there are console ports that are available, but because of the licenses, you kind of have to contact people and have that done. Unity, you can actually purchase those extra, Xbox 360, Xbox One, PS4, all that stuff. So Unity is really, really nice in that regard. It's a commercial product that's closed source, and some people don't like that, but it's great. So yeah, if you go with Unity, you're gonna have a lot more material. Yeah, there you go. So this is interesting to me because if I do that, the index, if it's I want everything to be behind the score. I guess the control node is a z-index 0. So then I probably would want to do the following. I go to the base block and I will say z-index is 0. I'll go to the player scene and I'll say it's 0 as well. And I believe those other blocks should go, yeah, they'll follow. Let's see what that does. We should now be behind the UI, which is what I want. Cool, okay, that's exactly what I want. Cool, alright. I'm gonna check the rate here. The spawn rate, as you can see right down, I don't know if you probably can't see it, it's pretty small. I want to see how far, I'm supposed to go like 0.75, I believe, at the most, yeah. So it's every 3/4 of a second it starts spawning stuff. Now the other thing I wanted to do was to make the, I have a background scene here, and I have a tile map, and that tile map is 64 by 64. And originally I actually had resized it up to be larger. And it kind of looks chunky to me. So what I wanted to do was go in and actually size it back down and see what 32 by 32 would do. So like basically go 50% and then save that out. That's going to mess everything up. But we can begin to fix it. So we'll need to go in here. And we're going to need to go and redo all of this. Actually, I don't even know if this will... I may just delete all of these. Maybe I'll just delete all this stuff. That makes it easier. If I just... let me just do that. Let me trash this whole tile set. And then we'll just do it again. Makes it easier. Graphics, tiles. And then our... say, new atlas. And I will click on something, and then we can go to here, and we'll just do 32 by 32. And there we go. So with the atlas, I'm going to say this is grass. So like grass blades or something. And with a tile atlas, you can actually just add a group of stuff. I'll just call this grass. And you can do priority, so I can go over here to priority and I can select these. And so basically each of these has a 33% chance of spawning. I have. Ahmed Tamir says you can try Move or Die game. It's made with Lua. Yeah, I actually have that game. It's pretty cool. It is indeed made with Lua. And it's really neat. It's fun to play. It's a nice party game. Grab this new single tile here, and I'm just going to call that... I'll just call it green. Green. Green is nice. It's beautiful. Good old green. Now, I would do an auto tile. But I don't think it's... the tiles really aren't set up to do the auto tile. That would be nice, though. Alright, let's return to our scene now, which is, yeah, not surprising that it looks like that. I'm not sure why grass blades look like that. They shouldn't. Let's go back and look. Grass blades. Let me do it again. New atlas. Drag. 32 by 32. Grass blades. Go back. There we are. Grass blades. Oh look, enable priority, that's what I want. So it should change. See how it changes? Pretty neat, eh? Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna delete all this. Every bit of it. Every last bit. And then we've got the grass, which the priority is enabled on that. And you can see, ideally, maybe we do that. Maybe we just go in and change this, because we have it right here. Really what I want is, Ahmed Tamer says, so C# or GD script for Godot, or Godot. I just use the GD script. It's kind of the preferred, but you know, if you're doing something that you need just the most speed out of, which is typically not something that you're going to do, especially for the kind of games that I'm messing around with. I just stick with GD script. It's plenty fast enough, but they do have a version of Godot that works with C#, so it's got mono in it and everything. And you can actually distribute games that way. So either one, you know, especially if you wanted to just learn one language and then be able to use both engines, I guess you could do C#. Although both engines are, they work differently. They have their advantages and disadvantages. I think I want to move this tile. Let's resize the canvas too. These are 32, so we'll just add another 288. Oh, no. Too much. There we go. Yeah, that's what I wanted. So what I want, I'm gonna put that one back, and then we'll do the resize again. 288. Now I'll grab all this. We'll just move it over here. I want to make a strip here so that I can do just create an atlas in Godot, and it gets me all the different types of grass, and then I can just paint with that, and it will randomly fill things with either the grass tile or one of the other tiles. So I want to get rid of, not get rid of it, but I want to move this piece of stone. Then I'll grab these guys. And I'll put them down here. And I'll stick that piece of stone over here. For now, I think that makes sense. Then I'm just going to grab and fill the rest of this with grass. Then when we come back here, I'm going to delete all of those regions that I had previously done since we've changed all this. So now I can just do one atlas like this, and I can just call it grass. And since we have 4 of these, then there will be much more likely to just be plain old blank space than they will be these. So and of course I can go and change those if I want to. I can change the priority. We have 10, so really 40% of the time we should get this, and then the other we should get this. We'll go back, and I'll have priorities enabled. So if there we go. Yeah, that's nice. Very nice. Very nice. Ahmed says, how did you start with game design, and how did you learn pixel art? Pixel art, I mean, I'm not the best at it. I'm certainly not great. I would still consider me more programmer art, but again, there's some good guys on YouTube. Like there's a guy called, his name's if you can search for his channel, Mort on YouTube. He has some really great tutorials. And then there's a guy named Solar Loon. Just you can search for his channel, Solar Loon. He's got a couple of 2 or 3 tutorials. They're a few years old, but it's great stuff. And I think he uses paint.net to do those. And then, gosh, game design, you just kind of play games you like and make notes of what things are good. I mean, if you really want to get serious, there's books you can read about it and the things that you're supposed to do. But you know, I think a lot of it's an art. Game design is an art. And playing good games is probably one of the best ways, if not the best way, to learn what's good and what's not. I'm still trying to figure that out myself, though, to tell you the truth. I wonder if... I mean, I'd like to... That's a select. That's pick tile. That's bucket fill. That's paint tile. Oh, Ahmed said, so what is the genre of this game you guys are working on? Oh, well, it's a result of a game jam that we did. Actually, we did it yesterday. It was a 2-hour game jam. We streamed it. You can go check it out. It's on the channel. We're just having fun, messing around. A lot of what you do with game design is prototype. And you know, a lot of things are great ideas seemingly, and then you end up throwing them away. So that's kind of what we're doing. We're messing around with some of our prototype things that we did as a result of that game jam. So let's see if I can fill this. There we go. Boom! You know, look at that. Huh? Coatline, that looks way better. That looks way better than last. Let me run that and see what that looks. See, that looks so much better to me. I've got to fix that because those, of course, I've changed the size of those those tiles also. So let me do the base block. We need to, yeah. So see, he's no longer, that sprite is, yeah, the frames, let's see how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what did I have? Vertical frames, probably, was it 10? Is that right? Let's see. Maybe like 9, I think. I guess I could just do the math, right? Let's see. Or I could cheat. Okay. So vertical frames should be 5. And horizontal frames should be 9. 1, 0, 1. Yeah, okay, that works. And we had, what did we use for the, I think we'd used, I want to use that. That kind of looks like a boulder or something. A boulder. So we'll just scroll through till we get to that one. And then I'll have to make that collision shape smaller. Obviously. And then he's going to have to, his transform is going to have to move. Probably going to do 16 by 16. And then we're good. Like that. Then we'll have to do the Yeah, we'll just have to place the double block. Put them together like that. Or maybe we have something like that. We'll just leave it like this. And then the L block. Yeah, let's use that one. That one's cool. Collision shape. And that'll be recentered at 16. I think it's... yeah, it's 9. There we go. Move you. Oh. Nope. I've got to select it. There we are. May not be beautiful, but it's certainly something. Probably should just turn the grid on. I could do snapping. Gee, that would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Interesting. It actually kind of it did a minute ago. I'd have to change the grid size. I'll turn that off. Okay, let me run this and see what it looks like now. Boink. See, that feels a little better to me. It looks a little less chunky. It's still having weirdness with them going by like that. And then the other thing that I want to do. Oh, that was the other thing. Several other things actually. I'm gonna go in here, and I want to do. Instead of moving like this, I want to see if translate will work better. So we'll just do this, and perhaps that will smooth me out for whatever reason, instead of moving it the way I was moving it. Let's see what happens. Nope. Nope. You can see it's still kind of jittery. I'm not exactly sure how. It could actually be because I'm in the physics process, and the other one maybe I'm not. I don't know. We'll try the physics process. See if it moves better. Nope. No, it doesn't. I'm going to just keep it in here. And then I just have to figure out how to... Wait. Let's go down here. Perhaps we should do this in the physics process. And maybe that would sync things up. Didn't seem to do much. It may just be just the way that those sprites kind of creep along, especially with them being rotated like that. I bet if I turned off the rotation, let me just comment this out. So no rotation. No, it still does it. You can see it right there. Boink, 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 boink. All right, well. I think it's about time we get an update on what Coatline is doing. What are you doing over there?
Fixing things such as whenever I randomize these positions, this one is getting in the way. I do not want.
Oh, so you want like a little area, at least at the beginning, where it doesn't.
So
yeah, I see
what
that.
I'm doing is I'm raycasting down to see if I can see this, and if I can, I'm repositioning.
Interesting. Okay, cool. So that's what you're working on. You gonna put any enemies in there or anything?
I might. Time, yeah.
I'm gonna say we have what do we have? 325, maybe another 35 minutes, maybe something like that. Something else I want to do is when you die, everything should stop, not just the background. I noticed that after yesterday. See those are still everything is still moving, and it should not be moving. So what I can do, this base block script, I can do the following, and it may or may not. I'm gonna add it to a scrollable group. Then when you die in the game, I have a cool screen capture chunk of code right there. When you die in the game, right here, I am going to say get tree, call group, scrollable, and then we'll just set, we'll call the, where is it? Maybe I don't have it. All right. I want to call the set velocity. So we'll call set velocity and vector 2.0. Bolt 0. If I can type correctly. Let's see if that works. Ahmed says, wish you luck, looking to try it as soon as it finishes. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. So, see if everything should stop. And it does. That's exactly what I want. Okay, now we have left over that we didn't get to use. We have several other items, one of which is this coin. And I want to set this coin up. So I'm going to create a new scene. And the coin will do an area 2D for the coin, because it doesn't need to collide and like push against anybody or anything. And then we'll add a sprite, an animated sprite, because these are awesome. So I'm just going to add a new sprite frames. And we'll have it playing. So we'll say default, I'm going to call it spin. And I'm just going to drag all of these in for that animation. And there you go, people. There's our coin. Beautiful. And of course we can change the color. That's why I picked the silver looking one. You can change it to that color. Or maybe silver's good. Silver's kind of pretty. I like it. Of course the blocks are that color, so maybe we do need some additional kind of nice looking color. How about that for our Cohen? So we'll say Cohen, like so. And well, if we keep messing around with this game, we're gonna have to rearrange all this stuff, but we also need a collision shape. And I'm going to go with a circular collision shape. I like that. And let's go back to the player. Oh, wait. Go back to the coin. The collision. We're actually, let's add another. Add another named layer. Let's call it treasure. Treasure. A wonderful treasure. Yeah, you can have some treasure. All you have to do is pick it up. Avoid all of these nasty things. And what's funny is you have to do this to kind of get things to refresh. There's the treasure. So we're on the treasure layer. And we want to look for the player. I don't think that really matters for us because we're not going to do anything. We're not going to have a script on this thing, but I do that anyway because that's... And then we can go to the player script, and when we don't have it, what I can do is come over here to node and say yes, we do need to do it from the other side. Okay, so we'll need a script for the coin. That's no problem. Coin, and then we will connect the. It's going to be the body entered because that's what we the kinematic body. So we'll do body entered. All I want to do, I just want to print, say body.name. It should only be the player. Get rid of all this stuff, we don't need it. And then just for now, we can add, what we can do is we can add this to our blocks array. So just so it'll spawn right here. We'll take it out later. So we'll drag this in here like so. Hit play. So we should have some coins appear along with all of our other items. Oh no. Because they have to also be movable. They have to also be movable. So for now, I want to do basically the same kind of thing that I'm doing for the base block, which is these two. Actually, all of this. Yeah, all of this. So basically, it's except for that part. Except for that part, I don't want it. Of course, it's an area 2D. It's not. I know there's a better way to do that, but we'll do it like this for now. Now they should. Hopefully. Maybe. See what we've got here. Container. Block. Double block. Let's check our game. Coin, right? Coin. We do this just to see if I'm doing any of these. There's a giant coin! Okay, so it saw it. Good. You see that? It said player. It's too big. Just slightly too big. Yeah. But we can deal with that. Additionally, I want a variable called collected. And so it has not been collected initially. And we say this, if collected, so if it's already been collected, return. It's just basically we're doing a, just a sort of a flag so that we don't do anything else odd here. Let me rename this to coin, because that's what it is. It's too large, too big, so we can scale it. Let's scale it to like, how big? Wait a minute. Wait. No, let's just do it like this. Let's just do it like this. Let's scale it to half for now, and then we'll just pull this collision shape down a little bit. Like that. A little bit smaller. Okay, and then I want to add a tween node. We will shrink it. That'll be cool. Shrinking. A shrinking coin. I have to remember how to do this. It's been a while. Tween dot. How do you do it? How do you do it? Let's go look. Another thing that's kind of nice about Godot is it has all the documentation built in. Let's go look up how we do it. Why not? Tween. Kids can code. He's a good guy if you want to look at Godot stuff. He has some great tutorials on YouTube. Really good. Really good. Yeah, let's see what we got here. Tween, tween, tween. Okay, so that's basically what we want to do right there. I'm going to grab that, and we'll just change the names to protect the innocent. So it's going to be tween. Same thing, and we want to. I'm gonna rename this to sprite. I know it's animated. Let's do this. Let's just tween the sprite because it doesn't really matter. We'll start with his scale. That's a great deal, and then we want to go to a nothing. 3 seconds. Transquad. Okay. And then I think I can do the following. Yield. Tween. Oops. I want to yield when it is completed. And then, after that, I want to free it. Let's see if we can grab one of those coins. See, there's one. It didn't work. Hello, it's me. It's me. It's the player. Other thing we don't want to do is rotate it. But I do want to add it to that group. Just a little bit of a debug here. Jink. Come on, coin. Come on, coin. Here's one. Okay, so it said hi, but for some reason, that property, it does not like it. Right. Transform, scale. Let's see. Object, property, initial, property. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't give it the initial size there. Let's see what we got now. Oh. Nope. We're encountering it. Oh, I know. We are telling it what to do, but we're not engaging it. Come on. Isn't like a start. Yeah. That's our issue. That's exactly what's going on. Now we should get a nice transform for that. Still doesn't work. Well, turkey. Maybe we just do the whole thing. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that that's an animated sprite. I don't know. I don't know. No, and that coin needs to be behind player also, but I don't think it's going to show up if we do that. If I do it like that, let me add it to the container and see what happens. Yeah, see, he's back behind everything. Well, we got a couple problems here, so we'll figure them out. We always do, as I've said. Yeah, so start. Let's go look at the. Whoops, didn't mean to run it. Let's go look at the tween again. Here it is. Go start. I'm gonna head back to the instructions here. So ready, he's already setting it up. He's just going ahead and setting it up. Yeah, there you see. He's just starting the effect right there. See, that's what it should look like. Something, well, he's making it get larger, but I wanted it to get smaller. Let me try this. Maybe, perhaps I should be able to do that. We'll see. Coin appears. It's not working. I know it's getting in here. I think I'd still rather it do the sprite transform scale. I think you can actually copy those. I could go here and say, well, you could like copy the path or something. Not that it matters, it's easy enough to type. Easy enough to type. Let me remove the tween. And let's see that, make sure that it does free itself from this mortal bondage. Jink. So that works. It's just the jink. Let's see. Then I want to add, not this. We don't want this timer anymore. The score timer. Go away. And then we'll say score timer. Nope, we don't have a score timer any longer. We'll say on score. Points, and that's an integer. Or let's call it value. And that's how we score. So we can do the following. I guess I'll be GD script like there. I'll have to say get tree call group game on score, and we'll just say this coin is worth 1 point. You know, we get 1 point. Oh, I did that wrong. I forgot. I renamed it. Dun, 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 dun. Come on, golden coins. Where's my golden coins? There's one. Score. Score. Beautiful. Yeah, man. Look at it go. Okay, that works. That encourages him to move around more. And really, he should probably just be walking the whole time, really, because when you stop, I just like that idle animation. It's really nice. But let's spawn and then die. Let's get rid of this and this. So basically, he's always walking because it doesn't make sense otherwise. Ching! I know it's wrong. We need to, once he is done with that spawn animation, we need to play the walk animation right here. And then we're good. Ching! See? That makes more sense. Much nicer. If I do say so myself. And I do. I wonder if some of that jagginess could be fixed by turning off where is it? I'm looking for snap. Quality. Here we are. So turn off pixel snap and see what happens. Maybe it's smoother. It is smoother. Look at it. Oh, that is better. Well, I'm gonna say it's still bumpy. You can see it. Ching. Ching. But it's better, right? I think I'm gonna leave pixel snap off for now. It's still not right. Yeah, maybe I'll turn it back on. I'm not sure what to do about that. I mean, we're already using GLS 2. I could switch to GLS 3 and see what happens. I won't do that now. Mr. Coatline, why don't you give us an update on what you...
Well, let's switch to another method. The ray casting, I noticed the chance that it would find one and would just reposition it to another place that would get in the ball. So I am trying a different way where I have this trigger that will detect the platforms, and that only happens at the beginning. And yeah, pretty much it. I don't know if it works yet.
Very nice, old boy. Let me know when you get it working. You know, maybe I have some of the settings wrong on this tween here. Perhaps. I'm gonna turn this off real quick. I know it's supposed to be indented. I think that's the time. Duration. Should be the duration. Initial value is the sprite.scale. Let's see. How did he... was already here once, I know. He's just using sprite.getScale. It doesn't... I don't think it matters. I can still say sprite scale. How old is that? That may be older where you had to do the get and set stuff. It's so 2000s. Yeah, see, I don't have to do that anymore. Just scale. And is that... I'm assuming that's still the right way to... Oh look, setting the initial value to null uses the current value of the property. Check property initial value. I'm gonna do that just because I like that. I like that better. So this will be null. I'm just gonna set it to null. Jing. Okay. Didn't do what we asked. Oh look, I'm getting some debugger messages. Perhaps initial value type does not match final value type. There we are. So transform.scale. Is it not a vector 2? A vector 2, isn't it? Right? It's a vector 2. So then you just do this? Or am I in the wrong place? Let's see what happens. Oh, I'm gonna do this too. I know, I'm all over the place today. Game? Actually, the script, I want the script. Let me, when we do this... Yeah, let's do this. This will be cool. I want to wait to start the scrolling until the player has spawned in. So I'm just going to add a player spawned. And again, you know, this may not be the best way to do this, but it's fast. Could use signals, but I'm just doing group calls. So feel free to accuse, but I'm fine with it for now. It's just a prototype anyway, right? So what I want to do is say all of this should go down here. Whoa, whoa, not that. Put that up here and this. Now, let me see what that does. We should not be scrolling, spawn in and boom. And how did that, did it? Oh, I know. It isn't started yet, so I need to, I found it really weird that boulder decided to come on in. Come on in, boulder. So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna do an additional check for dtimer dot. How do I tell if it's running? Timer. Oh, let's just use this stopped. So if the timer is stopped, let's say if the timer is not stopped, I'm going to stick all this in an if statement. So if the timer is not stopped, I want to do this. Otherwise, we don't want to do this. That way we can zoom in and then things will start spawning in. Works for me, works for me. And we just got to figure out what in the grief, goodness gracious, is going on right there. We're still having issues with the initial value doesn't match the final. Is it talking about this? I thought it said we could do that. I guess it doesn't really matter. I mean, I can just... And then vector 2.0 should be fine. Let's see if it says that again. Yeah, that's much better. It looks better. Yep, look. Tween target has no property named transform scale. Well, there we go. That's the problem. I thought that was how you did it. Well, I've just got it wrong. Let's see if we get some kind of... Let's see if it will, if it finds just the scale. Maybe I don't need to... Surely I have to select transform. It did it, didn't it? I was looking at the bottom. I didn't even see the thing. I didn't even see it get smaller or whatever. I gotta do it again. Gotta do it again. Yeah, it worked. That's awesome. What would be even cooler? Would be to... Do I have to have two? I want to do two tweens. But do can I just... I think I can... So then I should still be able to do null here then, right? Try that. Yep. Okay, cool. Like it. And then I want to see if I can do... Can I transform his position to vector 2, let's say... Well, let's just try just something. 320, 0. I want to see, can I move it? Can I do both of those things with one tween? I don't see why not. Basically, I want it to go up to the score. Yeah, I can make that work, I think. Okay. I'll do global position for that. So let's make the scale be a little bit slower. And then we'll say global position. And then we'll do project settings. I want to look the window. Right here. 640. So we just vector 640. And then we could do like a tween dot. Ease in out or something. I don't know. See what that does. So if we find a looking for a coin, looking for a coin. There it is. Yeah, see that just goes too quickly. Let's just exaggerate that. And then also, I want to come into the game here. Right here. Let's go down to half. So I want to see if we can... You know what? It probably would be even better, instead of doing it like this, would be to... Alright, sorry about that. That was a telephone call I had to take. But I think it's looking better here. I think I might still... We're correctly disposing of everything now. Everything looks good. The scale, I think I still want it at 1. 1 second. Probably could use some different, like the transition could be something different. It's going to be Cordic. We could try that. I'm gonna have to get off of here in just like 10 minutes. We've got stuff to do, boy. Let's try this. So it actually goes over. Let me do transition. Let's try linear. See what that looks like. That might be better. So I want it to basically go down to 0 once it gets. Anyway, I want it to probably be about half whenever it gets there. There's one. Yeah, I think I like that better. But you can still see it, and then it just kind of disappears. Yeah. That makes me feel nice and fuzzy. Fuzzy inside. That's something we're going to have to fix. A coin that spawned right on top of a bunch of blocks. That's a no-no. Although it's just, you can't get it. So now you can only score points when you do that. I think I like that. Okay, we've got about 10 minutes or so. Let's... I want to make a bat. Yeah, I'm just going to use an area 2D. I'm wondering if I wanted to make him collide with stuff or not. We use like a kinematic body, but I don't think I'm going to use an area 2D, and we're going to use an animated sprite. To be honest, the animated sprite is great here. Love it. Love it. I'm going to add a collision shape 2D. We'll wait to fill that in. We're going to add a new iframes. And I'm going to call this Fly Batius. Let's go like 10 frames. Yeah, I like it. Collision shape. Let's make it a circle. No, let's not. Let's make it something else. Let's make it a rectangle. And it kind of moves up and down, so it's kind of difficult. Let's go with that. We'll go with that. We'll call him a bat. And let me a bat. So we'll have to deal with him next time. We'll put him in the game next time. Tell you what though. Let's stick a new animation here because it's fun. Sleep. So we've got the sleep here. Even though it doesn't exactly work because it's assuming that you've got like a... It's cute. Assumes that, you know, this is a game with gravity. But we don't have a game with gravity. That's alright. The fly animation will be our default. Okay. So we've got a coin, which is super lovely. And we things are better. And although the terrain, we're going to have to check and make sure that there aren't things that's sitting on top of one another like there are now. But being able to pick up coins is pretty nice. And what we can... Let's... In the short amount of time that I have left, I'm gonna arrange some things here. We'll put all of our blocks into the obstacles folder. Even the base block script. Double block. No, you're fine. You're fine. You're totally fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Let me just run it to make sure that Godot hasn't messed anything up. We still seeing what we're seeing? Yes, we are. We're seeing it. We're seeing it. Let's do another inherited scene from the base block. We're gonna call this the Giga Block because it's neat. I like the way it sounds. Giga Block. Base block, and we're gonna move that block out. Yeah. I really should just do the snapping. Whoops! No, no, no! Oh, no, no! Goodness, heavens, no! You. Let's see, is it? There it is. That's what I want. Use pixel snap. Configure snap. Grid step should be 32 pixels by 32 pixels. Perfect. That will help us out. And I'm just going to duplicate this block and move it. And I want it. There we go. Why isn't it letting me? There we go. Oh, here. We can turn that on. There we go. Duplicate. 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 A gigablock. Let's put that in the game real quick, and with that, we'll test this out real quick. And with that, that's where we'll leave it for today. For today. Check it. And we'll check in with Mr. Rica. We'll check in with Coatline momentarily. Let me full screen it. See the majesty that is. I don't even know what this is called. I'm looking for that gigablock. When that gigablock appears, we will know that we have arrived. There it is. There's the gigablock. There's another. I just hate the jitteriness. It's just. I've got to figure that out. I'm gonna add a sound. Be cool. Add the bat. Add a snake. I almost got caught in there. That's the idea, though. Otherwise, it's going to be too easy. We don't want it to be too easy. Maybe things get faster, too. Do that, too. Right here. Right here, right here. So let's have a export var scroll speed. Float equals. What do we have? I think we had like. I don't even know what is it? What is it? What does the tiler say? Scroll speed is -64. Okay. Let's just get it. So the tiler, so our initial scroll speed equals actually we don't need to do that. We don't even need to do that. What we'll do is right here. So we'll say this set velocity. We'll say tiler dot scroll speed. Let's just make it go down gradually. So we'll do I think I want to do max. Say maybe maximum would be -128. We'll just say scroll speed times 0.9. See what happens. Things should start to get faster. Let's check it. I should be able to see what's 64 right now. I think it's still going the same speed. Oh, but the other things are not. The other things are not. That's it. That's it. Hold on. Alright. Yet another call. You know how that is. This seems to... Let's do like 1.05 or something like that. Or maybe like 1.01. It's going really fast. And these things aren't exactly the same. You see them. It definitely makes it more difficult, which is what we want. Let's see, game. No, we want the Tyler. Scroll speed is -128. And we died, I think, didn't we? Let's do 1.01. But the scrollable.set velocity. Let's check it out. Check out that base block. Let's close that. Scroller.base velocity. Huh. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to stop here in a minute. Just another couple of minutes. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me here. The Coatline and I. It's been fun. Oh, I'd love to fix this. I wonder if we can do a t1.translate. I don't know if that makes any difference or not. Then we can do like vector2 and do that instead. We can do a t2 translate. I'm just wondering if that would be better, you know? I mean, I don't know. Okay, have another issue though. No, not found S timer. Of course the S timer's not found. We don't have a S timer anymore. That was nice to find, right? Let's see. Yeah, I still don't like that jagginess. I'm gonna turn off the snapping. And we'll get a quick update from Coatline, and then we'll call it a day. Because I think we are finished about pretty much. No, that snapping is going to have to go back on. Otherwise it's just really bad. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you, let me get a screen up, Mr. Coatline.
Okay, so what I've been working on is I added spikes. So there is chance for them to spawn, but you can still avoid them. Even if they are, even if there are spikes on all of them, you can still avoid them. So I put the difficulty to 4. They will spawn lots. There will be lots of. So they don't spawn until get past all of the starting platforms. So these are the spikes, and you can still.
Ooh, that's
avoid
hard.
them.
Oh yeah.
You can still avoid them though, which is why because otherwise it'd be impossible.
Yeah, possible makes people angry. Wow, that's some serious.
I can make it easy.
No, maybe you make the spikes a little smaller starting out. Maybe you have like one spike, and then you have a 2 spike, and then you have